Hello, hello. Okay. Going. Well, nobody there. Was there somebody there before? Because there was a one. I don't know. There was a one and then a two. Is there anybody there? Said the traveller to the door. Something like that. Tell them I came, but nobody answered. Yeah, so multi-army or something like that. Traveller. Oh, hello. Good evening. Welcome. You're the first. Don't know who you are. Glad that you're there. If you want to send a message so I know who you are, that would be nice, but no, no stress. So, welcome to the first episode of our 70-day challenge. I'll be very happy that people are coming to watch this and to share with us. And this is quite an adventure for me because this is the first time I've actually done a YouTube live series. So we'll see how that goes. One of the things that I've been doing over the last hour or so is that I have been creating a journal page, and this journal page is to help you see how you're going on a daily basis. So, excuse me. So, since you're here, I'll show you what it is and how it is to be filled in. And I'm sure anybody else that watches this at a later date will find it useful. And I'll either succeed to attach a copy of this um, on this. There we go. On this YouTube. Otherwise, I'll add it some other time. So, so this is the page that you will be able to download. At some point soon, I hope to create a very, very interesting ebook, which has this on and other interesting things. And quite soon after that, a physical journal that you can buy if you should wish to. But if you don't wish to buy the journal, as I say, this is all totally free anyway. You can download this page and just photocopy it for every time that you wish to use it. So this is how it is. You fill in the day. Um, I'm just guessing on a 10th day. I'm just making up like that. It's my computer talking to me. So the first thing is what are today, this week goals. So the first thing to do is where I started from. It's not very clear on this PowerPoint, but that's what it says. Where this started from. So because I'm doing weight, my weight is 216 pounds. And as far if I didn't do it in stones, I didn't think to do the calculation. 14, so it's about 15 stone, something like, which is pretty heavy. And it's much more than I expected to have. Just a small aside. This is real. This is where I am today, and 216 pounds and 41.3 inches around the waist. This is just after 6 weeks of window, because the benefit of doing these 70-day challenges is it's like school. There's like 3 terms of school, and you work hard at the 3 terms, and you're on holiday for the other three moments. And in the 70-day challenge, it's the same sort of logic. I plan to do 3 lots of 70-day challenges per year, which means that there are 3 windows, 3 holidays sessions. So I've just passed Easter, Pesach, whatever you want to name that period. And also, I've been working very hard last week. Didn't go to the gym, and I did an awful lot of recording and editing, and it's just taken me forever, forever, forever. And because when I have to work so hard, and because it was in a moment of um, holiday, I allowed myself to feed myself quite a lot to keep myself going. And that's where I've ended up. So that's my starting point. Now, my 70th day goal would be about £200, just over £200. That's what I think will be reasonable in the 70 days. And also about 38.5 inches. I live in Switzerland, so we do everything in kilos and centimeters, but that's about the equivalent. Now, I had a thought while I was doing the French bit just before, is that if you actually um, printed out one page, because I'll send this empty page, then you filled in these 2 bits and then you photocopy them because these 2 bits are not going to change. It's only the bit in the middle where you are now that's going to change. So if you take the first one, leave the day off, and just write where you're starting from. And remember, this is anything. This could be I drink 3 pints of beer a day, I smoke 20 cigarettes a day, um, or things negative like I don't run at all, or I waste too much time looking at social things, um, social resources. No, whatever. Right. Um, and I want to cut that down, and I want to book. So, what do you want to do? Say, okay, I waste 3 hours a day um, looking on YouTube or WhatsApp or whatever. And I want to reduce that. So you've got 3 hours there, and maybe your goal would be 1 hour, and it's just like that. So that's how we start. And then where I would imagine I would be in 10 days, I would have maybe lost about 7 pounds, which is quite a lot. But let's hope it's about that. And other than that, I would have lost maybe 1.5 inches, something like that. So that's the sort of thing we do so that we can see where we're up to. We can see where we started, where we're going, and where we're up to now. So we can see how we're progressing. And after that, it's where am I at? So this is the journal. How am I feeling? I mean, I put it a bit too high. It says, um, how has my day been? How I advanced with my project? How do I feel? And what can I do to be more motivated? Well, I've done this a bit too high with the PowerPoint. So, how have my day been? Not a bad day. Succeeded to get my videos done. That's actually a fact. That's actually how I've done today. And the next thing is what so often happens is I had a low point in the afternoon because of a difficult patient. And, I see a lot of patients, and a lot of them suffer quite a lot. So they are difficult. It's not their fault. But sometimes it pumps my energy, and it makes it a bit of a challenge to keep going. But we do keep going because I have other patients afterwards, and I have to be there for them as well. And finally, I need to chat with my friend to boost my motivation. I have this very, very good friend, Kevin, in England. Hi, Kevin. Um, and we're supposed to speak to each other every Thursday night. I think we managed 3 or 4 times this year, which is not brilliant, but he's a really good friend, and he helps me feel good about myself. So that's the form. Just get rid of that. Go back to this. Well, yeah, you're still there. Hello. And so what else is there to know? So today I've started. As I say, I was a bit disappointed how much weight I gained and how much getting across the waist. But I'm starting. I've started today. Already started. I'm going to be a little more careful of what I eat today, and tomorrow and Tuesday I'm going to fast. Now, water fasting is no fun. I don't like doing it. As I keep saying, I love food. I love eating, which is why I need to keep an eye on my weight. And so I'm going to fast more than likely Monday and Tuesday. So water fast for 2 days. It's going to be a tough start, but I'm really disappointed with how much I've gained over the last 3 weeks. So I really want to give it a good kickstart to get going. I've looked at my agenda, and I finish. What time do I finish tonight? Tomorrow night? I think it's quite late. I did look. I'm looking again. So I'm finishing at 1900, 7 p.m. Finish at 7 p.m. and I'm supposed to be on live at 8 p.m. So there's not really much time to do anything there. So I'm going to steal an hour in the morning when I usually do my administration for my office, because I also run my side of the office as well. I'm a psychologist, psychotherapist in Lausanne, in the Swiss system. And in the Swiss system, psychotherapists in training need to be employed by a psychotherapist. And the law changed in 2023, and the psychologists in training that were under the wings of a psychiatrist couldn't do that anymore. So I was a bit obliged to take them over, and so they are now on my responsibility, um, and other parts of the practice, which is also for me to deal with. It's sort of half the practice, which I share with a psychiatrist. So I can take some time tomorrow morning, so I will more than likely go and start my gym session tomorrow morning, and that'll be the beginning of my 70 days. And it's important to say, okay, I have begun, because beginning, as I've said many times, is often the hardest bit. We get started, and we hopefully we can stay motivated, but getting started, I remember I had a patient. No, it wasn't a patient. It was something I saw, I think, on YouTube. I do watch YouTube, and the guy was a runner, and he'd go running, jogging on a daily basis every day to keep himself in form. And he said that often the hardest part is to put his sneakers on, put his running shoes on. He said he'd force himself to put his running shoes on and say, even if it's miserable, if it's raining, if it's no good, I'll go out for 5 minutes. And the fact that he would put his shoes on and put his trainers on or whatever he was wearing and would go out and start moving was enough. Once he was outside, he just carried on doing his stuff. And I've seen that also with me with the gym, because I really don't like the gym. But I do put myself pressure to go. And once I'm there and once I'm doing stuff, most of the time it's okay. Sometimes, often I'm bored. I don't like it. It's not interesting. I don't find anything particularly interesting to listen to when I'm doing that. Sometimes I listen to, I don't know, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy or something stupid. But generally, I don't listen to anything, just the boom, boom, boom music that they play. But the moment I'm there, the moment I start, it just flows because you're there. You may as well do what you're supposed to do because you've already made the effort to start. And that is with this 70-day challenge. That is so important. Is that there's so many of us that have so many ideas. Oh, I'd like to do this. I'd like to do that. I'd like to write a book. I'd like to run a marathon. I'd like to be healthier. I'd like to cut down on cigarettes or drinking or drugs or prescribed medication. And it's like, oh, I'd like to do that, and I will do that, and it's a good thing to do. Or start saving for a holiday or a car or even a house, whatever. And it never seems to be exactly the right moment to start. And the truth of the matter is, the right moment to start is usually now. Because even if you can't start the way that you would like to, or save as much as you'd like to, or reduce your consummation of something as much as you'd like to, it doesn't matter. What matters is you've begun, you've started. And I think it's very brave of you who are watching this to have agreed to with yourself to start. Because whatever it is, they say that a journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. And I've got masses and masses of quotations that I will mention as we go along of so many people that they all say about the same thing, say it in very different ways, and some of it's very poetical and some of it's quite humorous. But basically, the best way to get started is to start. And if you never take that first step, you'll never ever arrive wherever you want to go. And sometimes you start and it's much slower and it's more difficult. And even sometimes you start and you can't go, you can't carry on for whatever reason. I know with some of my books that I've started writing a book and then for some reason it's got totally blocked. And then I've left it and want to do other things and maybe write another book. And after a while, it's like, okay, let's go back to this one. Let's go back. Let's carry on. Let's continue. But the fact that it was already started, and it's like now with my weight and my waist, is that it's nowhere near as bad as it was when I started. And the fact that I continue going to the gym most of the time, it means that underneath that, even though I've taken this 6 week gap with dieting, is that it's not difficult to start again. And as I have said, is that I'm actually looking forward to starting. I'm looking forward to getting back into this discipline because discipline is also a habit. And one of the things, if you actually bothered to watch some of the other videos, um, you see is that there has been studies, and one of the studies that's really interesting is the fact is that if you do something for about 66 days, 66 days is the median, is the average. Everybody's different, but if you do something for about 66 days, then in general it becomes a habit. And if it becomes a habit, it, something you can do without thinking, without worrying, without stress. The idea for me to go to the gym most days and most or evenings or whatever, to begin with was like, oh my God, do I want to do this? Is it that important? Etc. etc. And no, I don't think about it. I know that I'm supposed to go to the gym basically every day, at least every day of the week. Saturdays I have a different uh, thing that I do, which is the iron body um, system, which you actually put on a suit, which gives you that vibrates or the vibrates your muscles through some small electric current. That I do on every Saturday, which I paid for, which was expensive. So that's no question. That's fine. But the other days of the week, I have no structure. And the structure I give is my own structure. And this discipline, this structure to get things done and to keep going on and to doing things is something that to begin with can be difficult. After a while, it becomes just normal. And as I say, that this 70 days, I'm looking forward to the 70 days. And it seems quite long to begin with. It's like a big tunnel or a mountain. That's 70 days, 10 weeks. It's quite a lot. But the truth of the matter is, it's enough to get something done. It's enough to see the differences, to see the benefits. That's what's really important is to say, well, it's not too long. And as I keep repeating, the idea to do it 3 times a year means that even if you're not as successful, I must be tired, as successful as you would wish to be after the 70 days. You can say, okay, I've done 70 days. I've advanced quite a lot, but I've not advanced anywhere near where I wish to be. So, okay, I'll take a break, I'll take a rest, and I'll hitch a ride to the next bus, the next 70 days, and we'll see where that one takes me. Because each one will take you forward. And as long as you don't lose everything you've gained in the first 70 days in this moment of relaxation, of pause, which I would hope you won't, because you think, oh, I'm not going to be totally stupid and eat like a pig or and take a restart smoking an extra packet of cigarettes or whatever. You'll say, hopefully, that, okay, so I'm not going to reduce anymore. For instance, just as a for instance, let's say you're reducing your consumption of cigarettes or alcohol or drugs or medication. Let's say that that's your plan. You're reducing that. So you go, okay, so in the 70 days, I have gone from 20 cigarettes a day to 10. Sorry, not bad. But, I want to stop smoking. Or I get drunk 3 times a week and now I only get drunk once a week. Or um, I smoke 3 joints a day most days and I've reduced it to two a day. So, and as far as medication is concerned, I take 1,000 milligrams of quintipium. I've got one of my patients that has 1,000 milligrams, and I've reduced it to 600. Well, these are all great. They might not be zero, they might not be where you wish to end up, but that's great. It's a success. Now you say, okay, I've finished my 70 days. What do I do now? And what would be important would be just to hold where you're at. You can say, okay, I'm in a window of break, of relaxation. I'm not going to push myself for the moment. Fine, don't. But don't go backwards. Just say, okay, I'm going to stay at 10 cigarettes a day. I'm going to stay at getting drunk once a week. I'm going to stay at 2 joints per day. I'm going to stay at 600 milligrams of quintipium. And I'm going to stay at that. And then when the next time comes around, the next 7 days come around, and then I'm going to start making more efforts again. For me, although I released, and it's for me, it's important, so I released dieting in these windows. What I haven't done, other than this week, but in general, out of the 6 weeks, for 5 weeks, I continued basically the fitness as before. I sometimes did less. That means I spent less time there. But basically, I went as often as I usually do. And because of that, even though I've gained weight and stuff, I feel that I've not gone backwards, not anywhere near as much as my weight would suggest. And so I'm ready to carry on. And I know that when I go back to the fitness, one of the things that I would like to do, and I've not written it on my plan, is to increase the resistance, the weights, and the machines. I'm at 50 and 70 pounds on some of these machines, and I would like to go up 20. I'd like it to go to 70 and 90. So there's different machines, there's different resistance that I can go with. But I have a plan to go forward based on where I was at the end of the 70 days, which I've relatively kept in place. So if I keep the fitness as I plan and go and diet as I have done, then I'm convinced that it's going to work. And for you, all you need to do is make a plan. Make a plan, find a strategy, find the support system that you need that will be beneficial. And hopefully that will be enough to take you forward. And go forward. Don't worry if you don't succeed 100%. There is in the original form, which you could find on the internet, um, on quite a few of uh, my other videos, is that there's a form to fill in, and the form has the high dream and the low dream. And it's really important that if you only get to your low dream, don't worry about it, because you can carry on. You can start again. And you start again from there, not from where you are now. So keep with it. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this. Um, this is very complicated for me. I have no experience of this before. So as I say, send me a message, send me a note, tell me where you're at, tell me what's happening, and I will be again on tomorrow. And we'll just keep going on and see what that brings. So thank you for your time, and have a good night, and welcome to the beginning of this adventure. I'll see you tomorrow.